Hey everybody, this is NJCuenca from the Hyperloops.com, and we just got back from GenCon. Had a great weekend. It was about a week ago, but now we're back. Got our unpacking done, regular work things, and one of the things that I found most exciting from the con was this Transformer starter plus this pack, which it's a special promotional pack that they were only giving out at GenCon and also San Diego Comic-Con. So yeah, I'm excited to open this up for you guys, see what's inside. I played the demo of this game. It looked like a lot of fun, so I'm excited to see what's inside exactly, because I'm not exactly sure. So let's open up here. I'll read some of the back here. The Transformer TCG is a fast-paced trading card game for 2 players. Build a team of Transformers, character cards, and a deck of battle cards, and jump right into battle. This Autobot starter set contains the cards 2 players need to begin the action. Online videos will help you learn how to play at TransformersTCG.com/rules. For full gameplay, 2 players can add cards from Transformer TCG boosters, or 1 player can use these Autobot starter set cards right out of the box. So here are the four main characters. We've got Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, Ironhide, and Red Alert. So we'll crack these bad boys here. See what we got. I haven't actually practiced this. Not exactly sure how to open this. Hopefully I won't destroy it. Let's see here. Yeah, when I demoed it, it looked pretty fun, and I'm excited to try it. And maybe I'll get into a little competitive play. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Well, this looks like the kind of job where a little smash and grab. I know people are gonna be a little upset, but I don't really want to break this though. Such a nice little cardboard box. But you know what? Whatever. We're just gonna crack it open like I was some savage 5-year-old, and we're gonna get cracking here. I'm sorry, Optimus Prime. I've destroyed your wonderful art there. I know it's tough for you guys out there in Transformer land. All right, so this is gone here. Sorry. Yeah, so here it is. Here's Red Alert, Bumblebee, Ironhide, and this is the back side. So let's open it up. Ooh, all right. That was nice and easy. Cool. So here's Bumblebee. This Brave Warrior. This is his car side. I think they call these the alternate side. So he's 3 attack, 9 health, and 2 defense. When you flip to this mode, each of your characters gets Pierce 1 until the end of turn. Do at least 1 damage when attacking, but not more than the damage total. Pierce numbers add together. Alright, let's look at the front here. We got Bumblebee on his bot side. He has one more attack, still the same health and defense. So this side he has Tough 1. Flip 1 more battle card when defending. I'll do a little bit of an explanation of what all this means at the end of the video. But basically, in combat, you attack 1 bot into another bot, and then you flip top cards of your deck to influence the attack and defense. So let's get to Red Alert. Red Alert. 5 attack, 10 health, 0 defense. No real, text to speak of, which is slightly annoying, but he does seem, I'm suspecting he's going to be a cheap one, and yeah, he is a cheap one for your deck building cost. So the way it works is these stars represent your total deck building cost. So you have up to 25, and this guy only costs 6. And this is his car form. He has actually 2 less attack, but he has two more defense, which is pretty cool. I'm not an expert in a constructed play of this game, as no one really is. No one's really played it. But yeah, that looks really sweet. I like the art here. Alright, we're going to get to Ironhide. Let's see here. Ironhide, this is his car, his truck form. Ooh, he's got a truck, that's cool. He's a veteran Autobot. 3 attack, 7 health, 9 defense. So we'll flip him. He's also very cheap, 6 points. And there's his veteran Autobot form. He has 1 more attack and 1 less defense. So his truck is more defensive for sure. Make sure I get that in the cover for those people that like to see it. This art is pretty sweet as well. And now Big Daddy Optimus Prime. So the people came to see. This is his bot form. He's a leader, obviously. He has 3 attack, 10 health, 2 defense, and bold 1. Flip 1 more battle card when attacking. So, like I said, when you're attacking, you flip the top cards of your deck to influence the attack and defense, and he'll get 1 more when he's attacking. And let's see his... Ooh, he's got the truck. Oh yeah, we all remember the Optimus Prime truck. When you flip to this mode, draw a card. I love drawing cards. So, he seems cool, and he only costs 7. And he's got a lot of text, so I'm going to go on a limb and say that he's going to be good. Because he's cheap, he does stuff, he's got pretty good health compared to the other guys that we had. He got a 10 versus, say, Ironhide, who has 7. And he's only 1 more. So, yeah. I'm expecting this Optimus Prime. There is actually another Optimus Prime out there. And yeah, so here's there. Let's get to the cards here. Let's see here, Transformers, 2-player star set rules. I won't get into that. Ooh, here's the first one, Team Tactics. It's an action. It has a blue dot. Choose one of your characters. If it's a truck, repair 2 damage from it. If it's a car, draw 2 cards. Okay, that does stuff. So the way that this game works is you get, in most turns, after I think turn 2, everyone gets to play an upgrade, and everyone gets to play an action. And each of your bots can have up to 3 upgrades, but they have to be different upgrades. So there's 3 different kinds of upgrades. There's weapons. Well, we'll get to them. I know that there's weapons and there's 2 others. Let's see here. Okay, so we have armor. Armor is the other kind. And let's see here. We got. This is armor plating. It's armor, so that's one of the other kinds. It's got a blue dot. And it has a +1 defense to your guy, so it will buff the defense while it's equipped, which is nice. And what I will quickly demonstrate is the way these are the damage counters that they come with. So the way this works, oh, just dropped that, that's cool. Is I were to attack with Ironhide into Optimus Prime, and we would both have deck cards, and we would, while I attack, I'd flip 2. Now gray is a crit, so I would flip 2 additional ones. Now on the defense side, this is bold 1, which only works when you're attacking. So he would only flip 2. So then he flips here, and now he got these 2 dots, which are attack. But when you're on defense, you only account for the blue ones. So funny enough, this guy got all blues and he's on attack, and this guy got oranges on defense. So these cards just literally don't do anything in this combat. But we would compare the attack of the 4 to the defense of Optimus Prime. Sorry, I'm holding that up backwards. which is +2, which is 2 to 4. And then Optimus Prime would take 2 damage, and you would mark it like you would in Star Wars Destiny. Alright, so let's go over some of the cards, because I haven't seen these, and I'm excited to see what kind of cards we're dealing with. And I spilled them here, and that's unfortunate. But yeah, after you mill the cards from on top of your deck, they go into your what they call the scrap pile, which is just a fancy way of saying your discard pile. And in this game, your deck will shuffle back in after you've decked yourself, which is a kind of a neat thing. A lot of games don't have that because it's easy to cycle through your deck. You know, and it's a small deck. It's only 40 cards. So let's see here. We've got new designs. As an action, you may play an upgrade. So since you're allowed 2, you're allowed an action and an upgrade. This would supplement. You would play this, and then you would be allowed to play 2 for your turn, which is kind of nice. You start the game with 3, and then every turn you draw an extra card. So you would go through cards pretty quickly. So here's a Piercing Blaster. It is an upgrade weapon. It has a critical dot here. Pierce 3, do at least 3 damage when attacking, but not more than the damage total. Pierce numbers add together. Okay, so this one's good. This would be good against a bot that is defending with high attack, and you're always going to do 3. So if it compares 3 damage to 3 defense, you're definitely just doing 3 damage. It seems pretty good. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got Flamethrower. I got this in the demo, and it seemed pretty strong on offense. So it's got offense to flip over. It's a weapon. Bold 2. Flip 2 more battle cards when attacking. So that just means that you'd get an additional 2, which would perhaps add to your damage, which would be really nice. Grenade Launcher. After the upgrade character attacks, scrap this card. This is a weapon, and it also has a orange button. And it gives you +4 attack, which is huge, but you have to scrap this card after you attack with the character. So in essence, this is kind of like a one-time shot, almost like an action card. This is Handheld Blaster, another weapon. This has 2 defensive things. This Bold 1, flip 1 more battle card when attacking. So that's interesting. It's like kind of a different kind of flamethrower sort of effect, except that it's worse in the Bold 1, but you do get an additional dot. So this is going to be an instance of what kind of thing does your deck want, which I think is actually kind of an interesting thing in this game, is your deck building is going to revolve around what kind of things you want to play and what kind of things you want to flip. And I find that pretty interesting. Team up tactics, choose one of your characters. If it's, okay, I think we already did this one. If it's a truck, repair 2 damage from it. If it's a car, draw 2 cards. So I like the idea of healing 2 for free. And also I like the idea of drawing 2 cards. So this card seems pretty good to me. Armor plating, we already saw that one. Data pad. When the upgrade character attacks, draw a card. Then you put a card from your hand on top of your deck. This is an upgrade, but it's a utility. So that means that you can have this with a weapon, and it does something nifty because you can set up your deck when you're attacking, and that's really nice. So you can put like a crit, or you can put like a two damage one. To sort of guarantee that you're going to do a lot of damage. And that seems pretty nifty. Here's a Debilitating Crystal. It is an upgrade utility. When the upgraded character attacks, return one of the defending character's upgrades to his owner's hand. And it gives you a crit. So this seems pretty good in that you will be able to return your opponent's upgrades back to their hand, which will get them behind actions, because they're only going to be able to play one upgrade per turn. How good is this? I don't know. I have no idea. It seems that if you get this off multiple times, you're going to be ahead on actions, and you're going to be ahead on the ability to kind of spam on the board. Like, you know, in games, whoever plays the most cards is generally going to win the game. So this allowing you to sort of get ahead, if you play this early, you'll be able to just kind of keep bouncing things back to your opponent's hand, and that seems pretty powerful. Improvised Shield. So this is an interesting card because it has both 2 damage, which is very good, but it's a tough one, so it's a defensive card, and it's armor, which makes sense, and you flip 1 more battle card when defending. So this is sort of like a card that will make your deck really hot with damage, but this is a defensive card, so I don't know how this is going to play into deck construction, since it is somewhat, you know, at ends with itself. Here we have Ready for Action. Untap one of your characters that has 10 stars or fewer. Okay, so this is an action that lets you untap a guy, like it says, and it's very powerful effect, obviously. That's why it doesn't have any of these. Like, you'll notice that a lot of these that don't have these are really powerful actions. So imagine later in the game, once you've loaded up a really cheap character with a bunch of upgrades, you're going to be able to untap it. The way attacking works in this game, though, is you're only allowed 1 attack per turn, and you will be able to... You can only attack if your opponent only has a few characters that are ready. You can attack any of them. Untapped character, sorry, this is untapped. But whenever a character is tapped, you have to attack a tapped bot. And this card sort of will let you untap a bot that you've loaded up before you attack. So if you've loaded, if your whole strategy is to have a bunch of guys out and you have 1 guy that you're going to focus a bunch of stuff on and ready it, that's going to be really good. Alright, Leap into Battle. One of your characters gets +3 until the end of turn, so this is an action. But it has a defensive amount, so this is offensive and defensive. Yeah, I don't know. This is powerful. It's 3 damage. That's pretty good. New designs, you've seen that one. Gives you an extra upgrade. Piercing Blaster, we've seen that one. I think this card's going to be good. Oh, here's Plasma Burst. I actually, when I played the demo, I defeated my opponent by just plasma bursting before I even got an attack. So it's very powerful, as it does out of combat damage. It does 2 damage to an enemy. As you see, none of this here, so it won't help you while you're attacking, but once you draw it, you're going to be real happy. Here's Primary Laser. It's a weapon, and it gives you +2 attack, but here, you know, the defensive sort of symbol here. So you're going to be happy on offense when you draw it, because it'll help you. But when you're on defense, it will buff your guy. Here's a nice one that I think is quite good. And here's Ramming Speed. It has offensive symbol, action, scrap an enemy's upgrade. So for an action, you can cancel their action, which is, I'm not sure. If there are upgrades that are super powerful, this could be worth it. It will help you buff, only by 1 though. I really feel like if I'm going to be attacking, I want all the 2 offense I can get in my deck, right? But I could be wrong, because playing cards that are really powerful by buffing attack is going to be super good. This is Rapid Ascent. Offensive symbol here. When you flip, it is an upgrade that has armor, that is an armor type. When you put this on a ranged character, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and scraps it. So, +1 defense. So yeah, this is you know, it's an interesting card. It has a lot of text, which I'm always excited to simply put. Whenever there's a lot of text on a card, I'm like, that card's probably pretty good. It does a lot of stuff. And yeah, so it's going to scrap cards from your opponent's hand. So you play early, you're going to really be taxing their hand. Okay, so yes, it's only when you put it on a ranged character. So one shot, you get rid of a card in their hand. Oh, that seems pretty good. It seems like it has some utility. It's armor, so it won't take up your weapon slots. Here's Rapid Conversion. It has the critical symbol. Action, flip one of your characters to its other mode. Okay, so every turn you're allowed to flip one character, I believe, from their one mode to another. So this will allow you to do that. So if you're building around a really powerful flipping character, I think the more expensive characters end up having really good abilities. The cheaper ones aren't as good. So like, you know, if you flipped this Optimus Prime just to draw a card, not so good, right? But I'll actually show a little bit, show some of the other ones, the other commons that I have in a second, commons and uncommons that I got. Here is Flamethrower, we've seen that one. Grenade Launcher, mwah, love it, 4 damage. Yeah, Handheld Blaster, solid. Shield, seen that one already. Incoming Transition. It is an action, has an offensive symbol. It's draw 2 cards and then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. So if you're building your deck to have really heavy modifiers that you can put on top of your deck, that seems like a pretty good card, because it'll give you sometimes, like, so for example, this card, not great to play, like, it's fine, tough 1 is okay, but the 2 is awesome. So, you know, you're pretty happy there. You set yourself up. This sort of turns into a you know, a free 2 damage, which for an action is pretty good. And Inspiring Leadership has a defensive symbol. Draw 3 cards, then scrap 2 cards from your hand. So this is an action. Yeah, I don't know. This card is it's interesting because it'll give you selection. It won't put you ahead on cards, but if you want to cycle through your deck quickly and restack it, it's definitely going to be a strategy that will be viable, I believe, because only 40 cards in your deck. Alright, let's see here a few more other cards that we got here. Plasma Burst, really good. Here's an Incoming Transmission, really sweet. Inspiring Leadership, we saw that one already. Another Leap into Battle. Primary Laser. I think we already saw this one, but has the defensive but the offensive buff, and it is a weapon. Flip one of your characters to other mode. Yep, we saw that one. Sorry, I dropped some cards here on the floor. Let me pick them up right quick. Scrap an enemy upgrade. Rapid Ascension. That's the one that will make them scrap a card from their hand. Ready for action, untapping. So here, repair 1 damage from each of your characters. Repair Bay is an action, has the offensive symbol. So, yeah, if you have a lot of characters, I think that you can fit in 4. I think that will be a good. It could be a very good strategy, because you could heal 4 damage as a free action, and that seems really good, a really good rate. And I have 2 more here. 2 left. 2 of these lone stragglers just trying to make their way out of here. We have Data Pad. It is a utility upgrade. When the upgraded character attacks, draw a card. Then you may put a card from your hand on top of your deck. And it has the critical. So let's see here. Draw a card, then you put a card from your hand on top of your deck. So this will let you stack your deck. So I think this is sort of this is a card that will play nicely with decks that want to abuse the heavy symbol things. And this is definitely going to be an offensive-minded card, because you're not going to be able to stack for defense. So it seems that the stacking for offense is going to be better, based on the cards that are just here, but obviously there are more cards to come by once the set is fully released. And here is Debilitating Crystal. Here's the utility. I think we already did this one. When the upgraded character attacks, return one of the defending characters upgraded to the owner's hand. So this is, yeah, this is a, I don't know, this card seems really annoying. So when I think about, like, I think about cards that my opponents play that really, like, annoy the crap out of me, I think that's, like, a really, I use it as a good metric for, like, okay, I want to be part of the life of the person doing the bouncing. I do not want to have my stuff get bounced. And I think a lot of people are going to feel like that. Alright, so that's the unboxing. But I'm going to show you a few of the commons that I received, characters, and then we can think about that a little bit. And here we go. This is the extra stuff. Plus, we're going to open this pack too. So here are some of the bigger guys. So this is the other Optimus Prime that was given away. It has Bold 2, 5 attack, 15 health. That's huge. 2 defense, and Bold 2 flip 2 1 attacking. So this is his bot side rather. And let's see here. Let's see his, ooh, he's still trucking. 6 attack. So actually in his truck form he does even more damage. Still 15 health. It seems that they're going to have the same health on both sides, which kind of makes sense. But less defense. And this one says, when you flip this, repair 1 damage from each of your Autobots. I mean, that seems good. It does cost 12, so you're probably only going to play this with two other characters, based on what we've seen. So this ability, if you're able to, like, spread your damage around, have them attack your characters, and you can do that by attacking with your little guys. You can order your attacks every turn based off of that. So you can have them come into your guys the way you want them to. And this will be able to heal you 3, and that seems pretty good. I don't know. It's hard to tell. There's just all the cards like seem to do things, and as we know in these games, it is all really about what kind of how the point costs match up, right? Like in Destiny, the point cost matchup is really important. Like something like First Order Stormtrooper doesn't look exceptional, but the fact that it costs 7 is great. And this is using Destiny, because this is, you know, the Hyperloops.com is primarily a Destiny website, but I'm really excited for this game, and I thought these cards look pretty cool, and the game looks pretty fun. This is Flamethrower, a veteran Decepticon. 3 attack, 10 health, 1 defense. Each of your characters has Tough 1. Flip 1 more battle card when defending. Okay. Alright, so let's look at the back side and see how expensive it is. Because that really, oh wow, look, 5. That's very cheap. So you can play this with, 3 other characters easy. So you can build your deck around having, this definitely is the sort of swarm card for sure. Tough 1 actually translates to Tough 4 for your team if you're playing 4 characters. Which, that's pretty good value, I think, for 5. Oh, I really like this picture a lot. He's like a little ghost. There's a little ghost on him, but this is him right here. Motorcycle. And 3 attack, 10 health, 1 defense, so the same all around. It seems kind of squishy, the 1 defense, but it says, when you flip to this mode, each of your characters gets Bold 1 until the end of turn. So it's kind of the same thing, except the inverse. So this is the offensive side. And but this is a trigger, so this will only happen once you flip him. Well, this is a static effect. So that's very interesting. A lot of things to think about here. Put that over here for the glare so it doesn't annoy people. All right, so this is the bigger Bumblebee. 6 attack, 10 health, 2 defense. When this attacks or defends and you flip at least 2 criticals, flip 2 more battle cards. So what that means is, generally speaking, when you flip a critical, you get to do +2, up to 2. That's it. So there's no, like, normally there's no chaining of criticals, which is, you know, definitely a good thing, because that would probably be busted. But this one does allow you to flip 2 more, lets you chain one more time, which, you know, let's see how expensive he is. And, ooh, he's 9. That's sort of in this weird spot right between like a Big Daddy Optimus Prime and little Optimus Prime. So it's his 5 attack, so 1 less attack than Bumblebee has. 10 defense, 10 health, 2 defense. When you flip to this mode, draw a card, and put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Okay, so this will let you set up the 2 damages or the criticals. Well, that's interesting for sure. Yeah, a lot of interesting cards. I actually ended up getting 2 of these Bumblebees. All right, Big Daddy Megatron. Megatron. That's I think how he sounds. So this is his bot side. He has 4 attack, 12 health, 2 defense. He has Pierce 3. So while his attack is not huge, this will guarantee 3 damage when you attack with him, which is, admittedly, I think will have value. It really depends on the metagame that evolves. And let's look at his alternate side. Oh, he's a big tank. That's sweet. So let's see here. He does cost 10, which is on the expensive side. Only 2 attack compared to his 4 attack. And I don't have such a great memory, but right here it says bot mode. It'll let you know how much it is. So you don't have to keep flipping, which I think is a really nice nice addition that they put there. Because it would be really annoying. You'd be like, what does my guy have? I don't know. So his text says, when you flip to this mode, you may scrap a card from your hand. If you do, scrap an enemy upgrade. Okay, so, wow, that seems pretty strong. Because it will give you an additional, your flip will turn into a scrap and upgrade. When, you know, you have to discard a card. So it's not completely free, but you will be able to flip a guy every time. And yeah, so he seems sweet, and who doesn't love Megatron? Alright, so here we have Bombshell, Insecticon Mind Controller, alright. So he's vanilla, Insecticon, 5 attack, 10 health, 2 defense, alright, kind of standard, higher on the attack, pretty good. Let's see, his alt mode is 3 attack, 10 health, 4 defense. So yeah, so that's pretty. He cost 8 though, so you know, it really depends. Not a really flashy card, but depending on, I've heard that the types matter. So you might have an Insecticon deck or a melee deck. This is the type that the characters are. So let's see. Yeah, you know, only time will tell with that sort of thing. Not really exciting, but here is Starscream, scheming second in command. He's a leader, has ranged attacks. It's 5 attack, 14 health. That's really big. 1 defense though. This kind of makes up for a little bit. Tough 1. Flip 1 more battle card when defending. Okay. All right, so that's you know, just kind of like a vanilla, not a vanilla ability, but you know, not super sexy. But it's interesting to think about the 14 health versus the 1 defense. Is that a card like Megatron with Pierce 3, it's better to have higher health, for sure, than higher defense. So I think that will be a sort of a metagame sort of deal. And if there's a lot of Pierce, then you'll want higher health, for sure. And here's his alternate side. Scheming second in command. Here's the leader. Oh, he's a plane, and he's ranged. And as we saw from some of the cards, the type here does matter, and so does the range. It costs 10, so middle of the pack, expensive. His bold 1, flip 1 more battle card when attacking. 14 health still, and 1 defense still. So about the same. It's kind of the same card, except that when you're in the bot side, you have the tough, and when you're in the plane side, you have the bold. High health, it's pretty nice. 5 attack, seems statted pretty well. All right, I got a bunch of them. I got 10 of them, so that's pretty exciting. We got a few more here. This is Sergeant Cup, veteran sergeant, has range attack, it's a pretty vanilla character. 5 attack, 8 health, 1 defense. I'm expecting him to be kind of cheap. Okay, he costs 7. See here, 3 attack on this side, but plus 2 defense, and actually, yeah, still 8 health. Cost 7. We saw some characters that cost 5 and 6, so it'll be interesting to see. This guy doesn't seem super exciting to me. This is a truck form, so maybe if you're like on mono trucks, this guy becomes pretty good, and you have a lot of truck cards. You know, just talking about this is it's pretty fun. I gotta say, because the idea of playing with trucks and robots in card form is kind of you know, like a new thing to me. Here's Autobot Hound. He's a long-range scout. When this attacks or defends and you flip your first critical, white symbol, this turn, this gets +1 attack and +1 defense another turn. So this is whenever. This is attacking or defense, so that's nice. For attack, 12 health, that's pretty big. 12 defense is pretty good, so so you definitely want, if you're playing this character, you're going to want those criticals in your deck to trigger this. That'll just make him better. And he's a melee attack. And this is his truck form, so more trucks. He's melee. 4 attack, only 1, so the difference is the 1 defense is less. And he actually costs 8, so this will definitely be a build-around card, I foresee. You know, it's more expensive than the average, I think, than what we saw. 12 health is pretty nice, so that's pretty cool. And, you know, when we trigger it, we're looking at 3 defense and 5 attack. So we'll see. Oh, and his ability here. When you flip to this mode, you may scrap a card from your hand that has at least one critical symbol. If you do, draw 2 cards. So, definitely a build around for criticals, for sure. And drawing 2 cards seems pretty excellent, especially since criticals in your hand are not going to be good. I guess you could fix your decks and put them on top. I could definitely see this being that kind of card, as your deck has a few criticals. You want to put them on top. Make sure you're hitting for this ability. And yeah, this seems like a kind of card you want to draw cards. This seems like a really interesting card to build your deck around. And other cards as well. Alright, here we have Dinobot Swoop. Fearsome Flyer. He's a Dinobot. He's a specialist. This is bot mode. He has no defense. Wow, he's not very defensive, but he does have 10 health and 5 attack. Let's see what we're working with point-wise. 6. Okay, so that's pretty cheap. 3 attack, 10 health. Now we got +2 defense on the alternate side, and he is a Dinobot. He is a flying dinosaur robot, which is pretty sweet. When you flip to this mode, move 1 damage counter from this character to an enemy. Alright, so that is a pretty sweet ability. It will do 1 damage if he has a damage on him. That probably means that you want to be attacking with him first, since in this game you start off in the alternate mode and then you get to flip into this mode. And so yeah, you attack this guy first, they have to attack him back, he'll take damage, you flip over, back to this side, you move a damage, and yeah, that seems okay. I mean, it seems like a play pattern that sort of lends itself to this card. And we'll see, yeah, it's an interesting card for sure. And yeah, here's the last one that we have. The last one that I got. I don't know how many there are, honestly, that they were giving out. I couldn't find any more. I think there were some more that I was trying to trade for, but people, you know, it was hard to trade for some of these. So here's 5 attack, 11 health, 1 defense, a merciless Insecticon. Ooh, so we have some Insecticons in the house, and he's ranged. While this is attacking a damaged enemy, okay, this has bolt 2. So, yeah, so I hope this is cheap, since you want to have other characters to be attacking before this. Definitely wants to be one of the last characters you attack with of your squad. And there probably is some counterplay to this. And let's see, the the alternate side. And this is, he's melee, yep. 3 attack versus 5, so it's less, but he has +1 defense. His, he costs 7. And it says here, when you flip to this mode, one of your characters gets Pierce 2 until end of turn. Do at least 2 damage when attacking, but not more than the attack total. Pierce numbers add together. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to think about that. You'll flip it and you can make any character have Pierce, so it's really cheap, pretty cheap. You can give one of your cheaper characters that has low attack, then attack with it. It's definitely going to do 2 damage. Gives you nice little options when you're playing. Alright, so those are the commons that I got. Now we're going to get to this pack, and we're going to see what's inside. And here's the, yeah, that's a nice looking pack there. It's a big pack. And yeah, so I'm wondering if all the packs are going to be like this. If they're random packs, I'm not exactly sure. If they're like this, then you're gonna get some. You're gonna get some You're gonna get some of the Transformer cards, and you're gonna get some of the smaller cards. Because I believe this has some Transformer cards. So we got a little protective cardboard, which is appreciated. Let's see here, Transformers, collect Transformers, build your team, battle your friends. Alright, and ooh, a nice little holographic little promo insert there. So that's cool. It's a nice little touch. Alright, so we've got Cliff Jumper. He's a Renegade Warrior. This is his alternate car form. He's melee. Has 5 attack, 12 health, 2 defense. When you flip one of your other cars to bot mode, drop card. Okay. So this is definitely a car specific card, and yeah, that's a lot of attack for an alternate mode. Let's see what the other side says, and still same attack, same defense. So this card is balanced on the sides. This has +1 attack for each car in your KO area. So this is cost 8, definitely a car-centric sort of deal. If you can get a 5-cost car and 2 6-car cost cards, then that's 25. I'm not exactly sure what exactly all of the breakdown is, but that seems like a deck that from day one you could try out, see if it's good, because, you know, cars. Alright, let's see here. This is Slipstream. Strategic Seeker. It's a plane ranged. And it has 3 attack. It costs 8. 13 health. That's big boy. 2 defense. When one of your planes attacks, move 1 damage counter from it to the defender. Alright, well, wow, that seems real powerful. It only costs 8, so same deal as the other one. You could do a 5, a 6, a 6. We saw 1 5 already. Seems to be not too many 5s though. And let's see what the other side is. Oh, that's a nice picture right there. So 3 attack, 13 health, 1 defense. That's 1 less defense. When this attacks, and you flip at least 3 different battle icons, this gets +3 attack until the end of your turn. Wow, so this will definitely be sort of a build around ability. Not necessarily, because the other ability is a pretty big build around ability. A lot of cards and a lot of decks and a lot of cards end up being that one card ends up being super good and it's just good enough to play. So this could just be since when one of your planes attacks. So this is a plane. This will trigger off of itself. So you don't necessarily need to have other planes, although it does make the ability better. But this has nothing to do with planes. This is just 3 different icons. It's going to make it so you want to play the crits, so you flip more. And that is it. It's ranged. And 2 more cards left. Alright. Let's see what they are. Tandem targeting system. One attack there. When you play this from hand, you may play a tandem targeting system from your scrap pile. Okay, so it's +1 attack. And it's a utility upgrade. Okay, so this is interesting. When you play this from hand, so if you have another, you definitely want to play 3 of these, and you'll be able to. I guess it will break the rule, and you will be able to. You will be able to play another one. So I guess you'll be able to play up to 2 of these, which so that will make it so you want to get through your deck quicker, and get those in the discard pile. But, so yeah, so it seems utilities in general don't seem to be very high in attack. So this seems like the kind of card that you definitely want. You know, it's a attack heavy deck. Because utilities generally, from what we've seen, don't have high attacks. If you get one of these, another one that's +2 attack to your character. And yeah, so I'm wondering how the rules are going to work. Like, can you put this on the same character? Obviously, if you have multiple bots, you can play the other one on the other bot. I'm not 100% sure on the uniqueness rules, but it seems that if this is telling you what to do, you should do it. You should be able to do it. And finally, this has been a very long unboxing, I think, because it's gone over rules, it's gone over cards that were given out at GenCon that I received, and the starter, and the special pack that was given out, that was sold. And this is All Out Attack. Has the offensive symbol. Each of your untapped Transformers can attack this turn. All right, wow. So yeah, as I explained, you will be able to you only be able to attack once, but this will break the rule, and you will be able to attack with all your untapped Transformers this turn, which you know, seems good. It will cost you an action and a card. In other games, sometimes these sort of things don't end up being great, but we'll see. We shall see. I have no idea. So yeah, so this is R1 of 2, and I believe I'm going to go on a limb and say this is R. Yep, this is R2 of 2. So this is just a very specific pack. We were having a discussion on the Facebook group about whether or not these will be allowed in constructed. And one of the things is that this pack has been very sort of limited quantities has been given out, and they sold out at I believe they probably sold out at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm not actually sure if they sold them, but I know they definitely sold out at Gen Con. So it will be interesting to see whether or not they will be allowed, because I know as a player, if you don't end up going to these cons, that's going to be really annoying to get. And they're pretty much going to rely on the secondary market to get them. And yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that. We'll see. Generally, these sort of things, first off, they end up being released in promotional capacity, and then they will release them again. But there you have it. This is the unboxing video. Here are the tokens again. I didn't show them very well. Yeah, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Mostly a Star Wars Destiny website, but we do random game reviews from time to time. And yeah, as always, may Optimus Prime be with you.